Hey guys, this is Jessica Sterling, the portrait and event photographer based here in Los Angeles. Today I wanted to talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart. It's called Let's Get Organized, People! I'm just gonna vent for a second. I don't know if you know people like this, but some people, and they use the fact that they're creative or a little bit, free thinking or whatever as an excuse. But people who you write them a text message and they never respond, or you send them an email and they just maybe get back to you after 3 months or something, if ever, or they, you send them a Facebook message, they just never get back to you, or they say they'll get back to you and they don't, that kind of a thing, or you make an appointment with them and then they maybe, you write them to follow up, to confirm, and then they write you back saying they forgot, that kind of thing. It's totally lame. And this is my thought on that. First of all, use a calendar, people. I have a little book that I write things on because I like paper. And I write things down. But if you make an appointment with somebody, you just write it down. It's not that hard. And that way, some people, I've heard them say that they like to keep everything in their head, or they can't ever remember when something's supposed to happen if they have even a dentist appointment or something like that. It's dude, just write it down. Just write it down. And you make your life so much easier. And it's kind of fun because that way you can start planning further in advance and say, in 6 months from now, I'm going to be doing blah, blah, blah. That type of thing. The other thing is make lists. Again, write it down. Say, okay, again, this is that I'm going to be doing. And it kind of helps to look at stuff and look at your list and kind of bounce back and forth. This is what I'm going to be doing. This is what I did. And you could check it off. And that way too, you don't forget stuff. When I'm going to go on a trip, sometimes what I do is I start making a list of, if it's a trip for work where I have to bring a lot of equipment or unusual things, I start making every time I think of something, I write it down. Think of something, write it down. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a chick. I don't know. But with regard to being a freelancer or an entrepreneur or a working artist, it's super important to respond to communication. You can miss jobs that way, and you can kind of annoy people and piss them off if you never respond. One time I needed to find another photographer to work with on a job, and I wrote another person that I know who's a friend of a friend, and he actually never wrote me back. And I thought, well, dude, this is a job. I couldn't understand it. It was kind of weird. Even if you didn't want to do it, at least write me back and say, no way, I don't want to work with you. Right? So, responding as soon as possible. And I get it. Sometimes, if your inbox gets too big or you get a lot of stuff at once, maybe it might take you a while, but come up with some type of a system, where things are maybe mark them as unread, or don't read something without responding, or flag it or something like that. I've had people tell me, I don't use Facebook Messenger, which I completely understand. And I really wish that Facebook would allow you to disable it if you don't wish to receive communication in that way. So in any way that somebody could possibly reach you, it's kind of important to have a way to respond in a timely fashion. And for me, because I'm a moron, I didn't know how to respond to Instagram messages for a while, and I missed some stuff that way, but now I'm on top of it. You get what I'm saying. Let's see, what else? I think that is the main thing. If you do save something to do for later, really do circle back and get to it later. I think this is one of the most important things that some freelancers fall down on, and it's important, gosh darn it. Anyhow. Happy Friday. I hope that you have a fantastic weekend. If you're in LA, I hope you're keeping cool because it's hot outside. And I hope you spend your weekend doing something that you love. Thanks to everybody who's watching. Hi. Have a great weekend. Bye.